A lot of the business I learned from rap and from wrestling was self promotion, about making yourself seem like a big deal. That if you made yourself seem like a big deal, no one's going to believe you are a big deal until you do. And so a lot of my, like, I would post about my shows, I would post about what's going on, even if they were half full. I would just take pictures, I would post about them, because I was like, you want to be a part of this. The half full room that was here, they loved it. You should be here. They are the cool people. And then a lot of it was like selling t-shirts and selling posters. Like, when I started doing that, a lot of it was kind of looked down upon, that it was corny, that it was hacky, that's what road comics do. Mm-hmm. But I knew every time I went to a wrestling show, every time I went to a rap show, I wanted to leave with that artist's t-shirt, because I wanted to support them, because I thought it was cool if I came back with a Currency shirt or a Devin the Dude shirt or whatever. Like, and I thought it was weird that comics didn't look at it like that. And so I got into merch more, I got into self-promotion more, and I got into making like little commercials for my runs, for my tour. Looked at the job, and I understood that it wasn't always improv. You know, it wasn't coming up with a new joke every time you went on stage. You might work on some wording, you might change things up, but a lot of times, you know, you're working on your act over and over and over again. And so I decided that if I had to say the same things over and over again, that I wanted to talk about things I love, and I wanted to talk about things that made me happy, not things that I didn't want to give power to things that I hated. In comedy, we a lot of us get this mindset of like, oh, we're pure artists, we just want to do stand up. Like, so many of my friends I'd even talk to, and they'd be like, why do you want to do voice acting? Why do you want to do like stand up is the purity? And as I think if anyone sees right now, diversifying your portfolio is a fucking god, because there's no stage for you to hit right now. But however, I'm still getting checks from trolls. So but I don't, that's neither here nor there. And in my writing, I always stopped anytime if the word because came into my sentence. I was like, oh, I've talked too much. You know, if I have to get into where I'm explaining it, where I'm like, because of this, then I've not explained well. You know, like, I should be able to explain it without getting into a secondary because. So I started looking at that and being like, okay, if that's in here, then I need to find a way to sharpen it. If there's a curse word in here, can it be replaced? I learned a lot of that from JP Buck, actually, who is the producer for Conan. And the first time I worked with him, like, a lot of my stuff had much more curse words in it. And he was just like, well, what if you did this? What if you did that? What if what if this is a funnier way of saying it? And I was like, wow, like, a lot of times cursing and being dirty is a way of being lazy. And so if I find a way to get the same idea across with a funnier word or a made up word even, then that was more fun than just saying fuck or shit. Now, sometimes if the punchline is fuck you or that, like, I don't believe in going, oh, frick you, or you son of a bee. I don't believe in that. Like, if the curse word is there, it needs to be there. And that's one of my truest advice that I could give, is that if something embarrasses me, if I feel a tinge of like, ooh, I don't know if I want to talk about that, I lean into it and then I write about it, because that has always proven to pull the best material for me. And the beginning of that was doing jokes about my son having autism. I didn't want to do those jokes. I thought they made me sad a little bit talking about it, and I didn't want people to think I was making fun of my son. I didn't want to think people think I was making fun of autism. I remember the first times I told him, another comic came up to me and was like, oh, I like those jokes about your retarded kid. And I was like, you don't get what I'm doing at all.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's gold though. If something embarrasses me, I lean into it. Wow. If you're serious about becoming a comedian, join our Facebook group linked in the description below to start getting tips like these every single day, and watch this playlist of our top writing tips to improve your writing today.